If you've opened up the Flight Simulator 2020 marketplace this week, the featured page looks completely different and for a very historic reason. Today we're focusing on a highly anticipated heavyweight entry, the Airbus A380-800 by LatinVFR, also known as LVFR. But before we step onto the flight deck of this double-decker giant, we have to talk about a groundbreaking announcement. If you follow the official forums, a thread titled Microsoft Flight Simulator Partner Announcement, you might have seen that something interesting was dropped. Because they confirmed that the controversial developer M-Scenery has been completely banned and scrapped from the marketplace due to the massive quality concerns and rating manipulation. With that clutter finally out of the way, let's look at what actually deserves a spot in your hangar this week, starting with a logical deep dive into today's headline airliner. And that's the Airbus A380-800. It's the only item which has been released to the marketplace. Yes, that's the downside of banning some developers, but I think this one is pretty interesting. If we scroll down, we can see some information, right? It includes a full advanced FMS, completely flight planning from departure to arrival with SIDs, stars, approaches, holds, direct twos, step climbs, secondary flight plans and advanced tools including the ETP, fixed info, offset and time marker, all operational according to the description. Besides that, it has the autopilot and auto thrust functionality, and you of course have the autopilot modes such as the climb mode, destination alt, vertical speed, FPA, nav, etc. Then we've got the flare and roll out functionality, the Cat 3 dual autoland functionality also included, the live ECAM warnings, around 18 wired EWD messages covering warnings, cautions and memos, each with inline procedures, and a lot of other things, right? I can talk for hours about this because you can see the description and the release notes are pretty extensive. Of course, it comes with two engine variants, the Rolls-Royce Trent 970 and the Engine Alliance GP7200. Both models are fully independent aircraft configurations with their own performance tables. That's super nice. It comes with 20 airline liveries across both the Rolls-Royce and GP variants, two cabin configurations, a standard cabin and a premium Emirates interior. So let's see if we can see some screenshots, because I'm really curious. So this is the aircraft, as you can see. A lot of details in the cockpit. This from the front. With the Thai livery, with the Qantas livery of course. Singapore Airlines. This is the cockpit itself with all the screens. The engines. You can see the weather radar, but also look at this. The camera is there, the OTA maps are there. Super nice. And this is one of the pictures of the cabin. This is the Emirates cabin. It looks like they mirrored the image, but that's another thing. So a super interesting item which is landed to the marketplace. So if you want to fly in an Airbus A380 and want to have a paid version, because there's also a freeware version, then you might want to have a look at this one. So that wraps up an unforgettable week already for the flight simulation community. The headline now is an absolute win, the consumer transparency. As officially outlined in the forum polls, the Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace partner announcement. Low effort asset flips are no longer crowding out the store page. With the storefront finally taking steps to maintain higher quality controls, options like the LatinVFR Airbus A380-800 can be judged fairly on their own merits. If you want to command a large passenger airline in the sky with accessible system depth and beautiful external features, it's a solid addition to your international schedules. Are you excited to take the LVFR A380 on its first long-haul hop, or are you just celebrating the marketplace cleanup alongside the rest of the forums? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, smash the like button and subscribe for next week's video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you back next week.